Hey yo guys, it's Take a Luke here, and sorry for the weird introduction, but you good wrestling fans, you long time wrestling fans, will know why, and that's because today I aim to beat the streak with the bad guy himself, well, the bad guy, Scott Hall. Now, for me, Scott Hall is one of the guys in professional wrestling. A lot of people say Shawn Michaels gets the credit for that first ladder match, guys, but for me, Scott Hall, back then known as the bad guy, Laser Ramon, as much as I probably butchered that then, he deserves as much credit to me as Shawn Michaels did during that time. Now, again, guys, I'm letting you watch this entrance because it's DLC. We all know how we like the DLC. And for me, Scott Hall, I don't know. I mean, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, whatever you want to call him. I really don't know what to say. I mean, I would say his best run was as himself, obviously, during the whole NWO thing back in WCW, alongside the likes of the Giant, now known as Big Show, uh, X-Pac, who I think was known as Sixth or something like that. Kevin Nash, obviously, and most importantly of all, Hollywood, Hulk Hogan, as he was known back in the day. But we all know, guys, that Scott Hall has had various demons in the past, but he seems to be on the mend now. I mean, it's good that he has the support of his friends like Triple H, Kevin Nash, as I mentioned, and stuff like that. I mean, it's good that he's on the mend, guys, but I just thought in this particular episode it would be a throwback to the days of old, if that is the right way to describe it. And in this video, guys, I'm gonna go over. Obviously, we can't really talk about Scott Hall for quite a long time as he tears down Undertaker there with his giant stare, standing face to face with the guy. But no, in this video, guys, I'm going to talk about the current storylines in WWE and how I feel they're going. Now, I feel like there's only one way to start, and that's the current intertwining storyline, if you will, of Seth Rollins, Triple H, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose. Now, guys, I will say openly that out of all the members of the Shield that I thought were gonna turn heel, that's, turn bad for those of you that don't know professional wrestling terms, although I'm sure most of you do, but I thought it was gonna be Dean Ambrose. I can't lie to you guys. I really thought when they were teasing the split initially a few months back, I thought it was gonna be Dean Ambrose. I'm pretty sure we all thought it was gonna be Dean Ambrose, as Scott Hall is able to manhandle the Undertaker there. But I really, really like his current face run, guys. The way that he's playing this crazy guy, I think it's a bit of a throwback to his old gimmick, John Moxley, which is really, really good. I feel that Dean Ambrose playing that crazy guy is really coming off well. And Roman Reigns, I do enjoy. There's just something about that guy that I enjoy. It's not so much that he's big or muscly. It's that he can move, guys. He gets the job done. Like, he's just an all-round perfect competitor, in my opinion. And I believe he's related to The Rock. He's part of that legendary Samoan family that has Rikishi, the late great Umaga, late great Yokozuna. Sadly, some of these people died. The not so great Jimmy and Jey Uso. No, that's me. And I do like Jimmy and Jey Uso, but yeah, guys, like for me, he's doing really well at the moment, and I'm interested to see where it goes. It looks, for all intensive purposes, that the WWE are aiming to have him and Triple H go at it, and Seth and Dean go at it at SummerSlam. I believe Battleground is just the in-between pay-per-view, if that makes any sense. I do, for what it's worth, see John Cena retaining. As we say that, I'm trying to hit at least Undertaker over the head with the steel chair. I think I needed to go for a bit more physical approach here, guys. For the past 2 videos, I've kept the fight in the ring, so to speak, and you know, it's only ended in me getting tombstone. Both Fandango or Fandango and Big E himself have been, well, have fallen victim to the streak, but Scott Hall here seems to be holding his own. The bad guy, the old school guy here, seems to be holding his own. And do you know what? Maybe that's what we needed, a bit of old school spice. Speaking of old school, and speaking of one of my personal favourites of all time, Chris Jericho returned this week. Now, I myself only found out the day of Raw, because you might know me by now, guys. I'm very interested in, you know, spoiler sites like WrestleZone.com. If you do like wrestling and you do like to be in the know, so to speak, then head over to WrestleZone.com, guys. They have some great articles there and bits and pieces. It's, you know, kind of like a dirt sheet, just gossip and stuff. Don't take anything what's said too seriously. Like, you know, it's just nice to read up on these little articles about what might happen and what people's views are, and the comment sections over there are really funny too, guys. But anyway, enough plugging WrestleZone. Basically, for me, Chris Jericho returning was one of the standout but yet seemingly underrated moments of Raw. For me, people don't realise just how good Jericho is. This is a 6-time world champion. A guy that has no problem putting over younger talents, as I am aiming to spear the dead man through the barricade, and Scott Hall taking some of that old school pizzazz. The bad guy really taking it to the dead man here, and perhaps, maybe Scott Hall is the one in 21 and 1. A little Paul Heyman plug for you there, guys. But no, Chris Jericho, for me, I could only wish that he would actually come back to WWE full time. If there's one guy deserving of the belt, as Undertaker tries, you know what, Taker, fine, make me tap out. I don't care. It's probably less damaging to me that way, but we're outside the ring, so it doesn't count. But Chris Jericho, guys, for me is bloody hell. Taker's really giving it to me, and Scott Hall gives it right back. Say hello to the bad guy. Oh shit. And just as I'm saying that, guys, cockiness, in this case, cockiness killed the cat, because Taker just drilled me right down the... Oh, and yes, Scott Hall does not want to give it up. Scott Hall is reversing the tombstone, guys. This is a brawl. This has turned into a brawl. Taker might have met his match in the form of the bad guy. What a good finisher this is, by the way. I mean, it looks very nice in my point of view, but as I'm saying this, I'm fighting the dead man tooth for nail. I mean, okay, he's made me tap out once already, quite possibly now twice. 2 times. But I'm fine with this. But anyway, guys, basically, Jericho, for me, is one of the most underrated wrestlers. Both him and Bray are so good on the mic as well. I'm really looking forward to what they can both give us. I think that'll be the most entertaining program in a long time. Now, moving on from Jericho to the guy he gave a code breaker to, The Miz, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. They've destroyed Miz's return and heel run already. I've seen him twice since he returned, both on Monday night and on Monday night and Friday night SmackDown since he returned. And as I'm gonna get tombstoned on the remains of that steel chair, this is gonna be ugly. If the bad guy was in the ring now, I'm sure it would be all over for perhaps the 3rd time. I'm burying myself here, guys, but The Miz, for me, he hit his heights in WrestleMania 27, and he's never been able to get there. I mean, there was talk of him returning with Ric Flair at one point, but guys, his face run flopped. I don't know what it was. I mean, they tried turning him heel like twice, and they forgot that he was, you know, part of a movie or something like that. So, I don't know exactly how that worked out, and you know they decided to keep him face for that. But there's only one guy that's deserving of a spot with Ric Flair at the moment, and that's Dolph Ziggler for me. Dolph is so underrated, as is Damien Sandow. But back to the Miz, short and sweet, guys. I just feel that they've damaged his character far beyond the point of repair. And last but not least, in the subject of returns, as I'm getting another vicious chokeslam here. If Scott Hall ends the streak, it'll be a miracle. But AJ Lee, who many thought might have been done with all like the pregnancy rumours and getting married to CM Punk. I mean, I'm not going to go into the whole CM Punk fiasco. We all know what happened with Punk. But yeah, many thought that was it. As man, I've not. Oh yes, the bad guy really getting back into the swing of things. Oh, I'm not even attempting that. That's crazy. But no, and she returned and beat one of my personal favourite diva at the moment. She beat my girl Paige. And Undertaker, oh yes, reversal, come on. She beat Paige, and you know, guys, I don't want to say it was needed because you guys know. Oh, the Razor's Edge. The Razor's Edge is coming up here, guys. But you guys know how much I love Paige, yeah. You guys know how much I dig Paige, being a fellow Brit myself. But they booked her first title run terribly, being the underdog. No offense, she not the same girl that we saw in NXT, and hopefully this will end with Paige turning heel and becoming a more aggressive young lady in the ring. And you know, well, oh yes, we kick out. We kicked out. We kicked out. The dead man might finish us, but no, not yet. Come on, Razor. Maybe we'll do it, guys. Maybe we will defeat the streak. Here we go, guys. The Razor's Edge, and that is the dead man finish. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no. And just like that, guys, from sure victory to, well, from the jaws of victory to the jaws of defeat. I mean, is that a saying? Is that a thing? But just before I end this episode, guys, briefly on Paige and AJ, it will be the best Divas feud we've seen in years. It will be the most electric Divas feud we've seen in years. But for me, guys, Paige needs to play the heel on this one. Paige needs to play that crazy, aggressive heel that is annoyed about losing her title. And she really needs to be aggressive like she was in NXT. That's some of her most treasured work. I mean, we could have another Trish Stratus and Lita kind of thing going on here, guys. But anyway, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video, guys. It's definitely the closest we've come with the bad guy, Scott Hall. I always want to say Razor Ramon, but anyway, guys, we came close. We didn't quite get him, but we'll get him next time, I'm sure. We're getting closer and closer, so for those of you that like this video, comment on what you'd like to see next. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, more GTA, more COD, more FIFA. I do the lot, guys. Let's plays of all your latest games and stuff like that. You know, I do it all, guys, just for your entertainment and viewing pleasure. So until next time, guys, I should say, take care.